triangles, but the normal map is what does all that hidden details. So now for you Mac users that need to know how to set up your stuff, you're gonna go into same thing in edit in the project view right here. Oh wait, it's actually still doing that. No worries, but I'm gonna let you know. So Mac user right here, just go into Unity and preferences. Okay, so for Mac users, for you it's going to show in the Unity tab in the toolbar, and it's going to say preferences, and then in external tools. The Mac user next to me does not have their Android Studio set up, but I believe that you will find it in the Android and in the Mac Home.
There's a download button next to it.
Yeah, I know there's a download button, but you still need to configure. You can look it up. You can just Google where's the location of my JDK, where's the location of my Android SDK for Mac users, and you'll be able to set it up. Once you have that set up and your project is converted to Android, which mine is doing that right now, you will be able to export to Android. Now, you will not be able to export to Android without having those things set up, so very important. Now we could go and start reviewing some of these, I guess, while my project is converting. So yeah, let's just kind of start from the top. Again, if any of you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section there. I'm reading all your comments. You can even post a comment in the meetup right here. I'm willing to answer any and all questions on Unity. But remember, this is like free Unity consultation. So any and all questions that you have, and you can ask them here in the comments, or you can ask them here in the meetup. I will answer them, or at least try to. So yeah, back to this. Let's see how this is still converting. Okay, so yeah, I was importing some standard assets there, so that's why it's taking a little bit. Now, let's start from the top. So examine the animation controller, apply an animation controller, create an animation controller. I know some of you have been using Unity early on, and you were using the legacy animation system. Well, Unity wants to pretty much get you to use the new Mecanum animation system. Some of you might not know how to use it exactly. It is something that we will be covering during this session when I import a character into that world that I was just creating. Next, define the states. So parameter types, animation states, create a new animation state, implement the any state. So animation states are basically what you remember in the legacy as the animation, like the animations basically. You put a walk animation, you put an idle animation. But with Mecanum, now they're called states because a state can actually contain multiple animations that you can blend in between and such. So it allows you more control over the types of complex animations you can do, which is all things that I am going to be covering during this session as well. Transitions, explain transition conditions. Now that's another thing where basically you have like these little if statements in Mecanum where you say like if player is on the ground, play walking animation. If player is in the air, then do like a falling animation. So again, we will be covering pretty much most of the Mecanum basics. So you should be pretty much covered with this whole section here. Our thing is over halfway through. Now, audio. List compression formats. I mean, like, you could just look that up, I guess, honestly, I don't know them off the top of my head. I'm probably going to have to review it myself for the test tomorrow. But shouldn't be much to worry about. And differentiate game objects by their appearance. I think what they mean by this is the little icon that you can put on a game object. Again, we will cover that. If any of you have another note on that or something like that, like, feel free to chime in. I do know a decent amount about Unity, but I do not know everything. I still do have to Google a lot of things, just like all of you. I pretty much Google most of the things that I have problems with. Copy and paste some cool code snippets if I'm having a little bit of trouble. But I do try to write as much of it myself as I can. So differentiate import file formats. You have OBJ files, you have Collada files, you have FBX files. Those are pretty much like the major ones. Anything other than that, you can use STL files too, I think. Define a prefab, create a prefab. I think most of you already know what that is. You just basically, everything's imported, so I could actually show you guys some of these things. So I'm gonna put this here. Sorry, I'm a little bit sniffly. I caught a little bit of a cold earlier. If I'm talking a little bit nasally, it's because of that. So let's do this animation controller business here. Now, this might be a little bit, might be pretty interesting for some of you. Might be a little bit off topic for some other ones of you, but I just really love this program, and I want to share the love with everyone else. It's called Fuse. Now, if you have an Adobe package, you can pull up Fuse, which basically allows you to create characters, very, very beautiful characters. I like to use Fuse because it's simple and efficient. It makes very, very high quality characters, and it'll be a perfect example of showing you how the animation controller stuff works. So what we want to do is let's build a little bit of a character for our little game here. Now I could go with some tiny character or something like that, but I want to like make just some ridiculous looking character right now, just to kind of show you just how fun this actually can be. So I'm gonna pick this head. I'm gonna pick a tiny body. My computer takes a little bit more time than usual now because look at that neck. That actually looks pretty interesting. And let's give it some female legs. Because why not? We can do whatever the hell we want to do. This is virtual reality. That's pretty ridiculous looking. Alright, and let's just give him like the burly, big hands. Yeah. Got some hot cocoa. Cheers. Oh, that just looks redonkulous. What? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Imagine this guy running around in this field. Oh, that's gonna be hilarious. Okay, so let's customize him just a tiny bit. Shit, does he even need? Okay, let's just give him some clothes. So yeah, Fuse, super easy to use. They just recently released this. It's an Adobe program. It completely works with Mixamo, which I'm going to show you in a moment how we're going to add like a really cool running animation to this guy. But yeah, basically, for some of you that are just tuning in, we are basically making a whole game from scratch here. I am doing a session from 3 to 9 o'clock, so goddammit, if I don't make something close to a game in 6 hours, I will be disappointed in myself. So stay tuned. And towards the end, if you guys are still there towards the end, I will be giving out some free gift. Some of you may know usually what the gift is, but it is a pair of Go4D glasses. Do you think you can hand me my Go4Ds? Right there. What? Hand me my Go4D glasses. So, Go4D glasses, for all of you people that do not have a VR headset, these are very sleek. They look just like this, very, very tiny, and the way that it works basically is you just pop it in your phone. And what I have here, I have an iPhone here, so it even works with iPhone. Be giving away one of these for free at the end. We'll do some sort of drawing. I'm thinking I'll probably make like a Unity example or something like that. So yeah, basically you put them on like this, and let's just launch some cardboard downloads. Yeah, whatever. Nah, skip. Come on. Yep. Come on. Huh? But yeah, basically, this is what it looks like. Full VR headset. Very cool. I highly recommend you guys get one of these. If you don't win the drawing today, they're only like 20 bucks. They ship from Korea, but I have a stockpile of them, so I sell them too, and I give them out sometimes. But in any case, yeah, that's so much for the Go4D. Now back to Unity. So we got a ridiculous ass looking character here. We're gonna give him some clothes. Let's give him like a police uniform, because why not? Fuck the police. And oh, look at that. That looks hilarious. And let's get some bottoms. Let's give him a skirt. Okay, this is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow, what a character we just made. I promise I will export this as a Unity package and give it to all of you to do ridiculous things with this character. I'm sure you will. Again, Fuse is pretty much free. It comes with Adobe Creative Cloud. It's like one of the coolest character creation things I've ever seen. So let's say we like this character. Now what I do is, let's just save it in case I want to edit it later. Tissues. Tissues. Call him a brood with the skirt. Yeah. And then what you do is you click File and you animate with Mixamo. Strange. I'm pretty sure I'm logged into Creative Cloud. Oh, I'm not logged into Creative Cloud. Okay, let's just do that real quick. That's my email. The one I don't check that much anymore. So go ahead and spam me. I'm fine with that. So good. Logged into Creative Cloud. Now it should work. File. Animate with Mixamo. There we go. Save. Exporting model to temporary file. Now while it's doing that, again, can you make available the Unity test package? What do you mean by that? Now the stream does have a little bit of a 5 to 10 second delay, so if I don't answer your questions like immediately, it's because of that. You mean the road asset that I just created? I can put that up. Almost uploaded. Alright, so here we are at Mixamo. Everything that I do so far here, I will upload it to our website, unityeducation.com.